Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. Got a video today from Riva TV. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
Winter is coming.
It's cold in here.
Winter is coming, and when winter comes, it does not, and this is not just the winter. We are heading into what I'm going to call the long night. It's not going to just be 3 months. It's not going to just be 6 months. We're talking about a global reset for the world.
Welcome back to another episode of A Day in the Life of a 23-year-old that is unemployed and facing eviction.
A lot of people don't understand why somebody would choose to be homeless, and honestly, rent was kicking my ass. I was paying $2,000 in household bills, and now I pay $20 for my gym membership.
A new play for power by President Trump. The White House ordering a halt to all federal aid overnight.
Before I even press play, all I have to say is that Kevin Samuels told us that winter was coming. And I got to tell you, not only is it still wintertime, in the technical sense,
It's
but
cold.
winter has arrived even more aggressively now that Trump is in office.
True.
A new play for power by President Trump. The White House ordering a halt to all federal aid overnight. A move that could threaten hundreds of billions of dollars for state and local governments and impact everything from education to transportation, meeting fierce pushback from Capitol Hill, with lawmakers insisting this power of the purse lies with Congress.
I have been studying this for the better part of 2 years. Look at what's going on in South Korea and Japan. You think it's a joke? You think it's a game? There are villages in Japan where people are outnumbered by freaking dolls. I'm not kidding. Japan is dying. An aging population and a group of people who are not dating. They're not dating. They're not marrying. They're not getting together. You know what it's called? Hikomori.
And it's so interesting because now these women are beginning to see exactly the things that Kevin Samuels was talking about many moons ago.
And may the man rest in power. Sorely missed. I wish I get to watch new videos of The Godfather nowadays. It'd be nice.
And what he was trying to prevent women from having to endure, and what he was trying to get women on one accord so that they would not be on the negative end of this situation.
I'm homeless, and I get ready for work at the gym. A lot of people don't understand why somebody would choose to be homeless, and honestly, rent was kicking my ass. I was paying $2,000 in household bills, and now I pay $20 for my gym membership.
Really? These broke, dusty, musty crussies are getting ready at Planet Fitness.
Tell people I'm homeless, they imagine me digging in dumpsters like this looking for food. I chose to be homeless because I'm tired of paying bills and I need to save some money. They didn't want to give me food stamps, so I'm out here living rent-free, eating ribs. I said I was homeless, never said I was broke. I get my packages sent to a pickup location and go pick it up from there. I'm homeless and this is where I sleep. When I left my apartment, I thought I'd be living in my car rent-free. The day I moved out, my car completely shut down, but it was too late to go back. I slept in that car so many nights without air and heat, and so one day I just couldn't take it. I'm homeless, and yes, I'm cleaning my makeup brushes in this bathroom. One thing I hate about being homeless is people don't like when you make the struggle look good. It's a problem if I want to do my hair and makeup, but it's okay if I was living in the streets looking bad.
People don't like when you make the struggle look good. Don't none of this look good. Okay? I understand the saying of you don't have to look like what you've been through or what you're going through, but this is a whole nother level. This woman said that she got tired of paying rent and paying bills, decided that she was going to go live in her car. The car broke down. She ended up speaking to somebody at her office, and they allowed her to stay at the wherever place it is that she works, and that's where she lives. She showers at the gym. She gets ready for work at the gym, and, she goes out to dinner every night, living her best life, eating steak and ribs and all that kind of stuff because she doesn't have bills to have to attend to. It's so interesting when I see so many women on this app like TikTok choosing to be homeless.
And it's crazy, right? Again, that choosing part is such a big caveat because most men are not choosing it. Most men are put into it.
Or just being in positions where they end up homeless Okay? When more times than not, these were the same women who were on social media talking about, I ain't going 50-50 with no man.
True.
I'm not going to be in the house with nobody that's going to help me pay no bills. He either pay 100% or, he could just be out there by himself and I'm going to do my own thing.
I'm not going 50-50 with no man. It's not never happening. I'm not doing it. It's 2024. My rent is $19.15. Why would I go half with a man on my bills? His specific words was, oh, I got half. No, nobody's going to have half on over here. Because if I can pay my full rent by myself, I don't need nobody to come in and move with me and pay half.
It's foolish.
It's like the logic that they use, because I can do it myself. I don't need someone to relieve me of half of my duties and burden. If someone could come into my life and do half of the work I do to make my life easier, have at it.
Now you have, when I say a plethora of women who are living in their car or who are homeless at the state that they're in because the toll that working so hard and trying to maintain all of this stuff on their own has taken on them, on their body. They were unable to actually facilitate it. Have you ever thought it's because of the fact that as women, we are not meant to do things alone? More and more, if we're going to be honest, there's more men out there who are single, thriving, doing their thing, paying their bills, making ends meet, doing whatever it is that they have to do.
Correct.
Women, we have different emotional cycles.
Well, women are the biggest welfare recipients. Women tend to live with the parents are perfectly happy with their daughters living at home for longer periods of time than most men, or than sons. So it just, women have a lot for them when it comes to not being homeless and for assistance. This is why when they choose this, it's such a privileged position to choose homelessness just because you don't want to pay rent. That is, I've never even contemplated that thought process in my head. It's just, wow, okay.
You might be not emotionally equipped. You might be in pain because of, your, cycle. You might have other stuff going on. We are not meant to be alone.
Nope.
We're meant to figure things out together.
The people who have not been working will be forced to go back to work because the children must be in school. The daycares that are left will be there. What are you going to do if you go and have a job and you've been downsized, you've been automated? How many people have been to a McDonald's recently? And you'll notice that most of the front register staff is gone. It's kiosks. The largest two employers in our community of black women are federal government and retail.
I haven't been in McDonald's in a while, but a year or so ago, yeah, I saw a lot of kiosks with the order yourself. I could tell you this, I go to boba places a lot. Again, boba is just some Asian Starbucks type drinks with tapioca balls. And most of the boba time and a lot of the big boba places all have machines to just order it on the screen anyways. And I actually kind of like that because I don't have to interact with the person other than when I have to readjust a special order or something. But it's nice to still have a person behind the counter. I don't hate on it, but it does take away jobs.
Retail is dead. We have 26.4 square feet of retail space for every American. The next largest developed country has 6. We have 6 times too many retail spaces. This is why you're seeing dying malls across the country. And what's going on? Because so many women are not being told to think about their long term. This is coming as a surprise.
Y'all was all listening to all these people, sprinkle lady, all these people telling y'all
drizzle,
that y'all
drizzle.
can do better by yourself and go wait for the rich guy who's going to come and save you. You had nice guys that come and try to take y'all on dates. Nice guys that come and try to, court you or show you how serious they are. And you tell him, nah, y'all not good enough because I need to go get with somebody else that's going to come and pay all my bills. You working a regular job like me, that's not going to work. I need somebody that's above you. Whole time, the person above them was never going to come.
Hell
Basically, what women are hoping that single men who had no family, no children, and have been locked out of the sexual marketplace because of this hypergamy will somehow come and save their lives.
Yep.
Not going to happen. It is going to be survival of the fittest.
And it's like now more than ever. I'm just keeping it very.
I definitely remember this conversation with the Godfather, and it was just interesting listening to it all, and now experiencing it like 2 years, almost 3 years later. The man was not wrong.
Real with y'all is when women are going to see that togetherness in the relationship is the foundation of having more peace in your life, whether you believe the rhetoric that you are being spewed on the internet or not, and the fact that we definitely need assistance from our spouse to be able to have a certain sense of peace and safety, of course, and security. Don't let the crowd fool you. I'm just keeping it real with you. Because you have a lot of these women out here who thought, oh, yeah, that stuff ain't never going to, I don't care. Yeah, because if it's stepdaddy season, if he not going to come pay all my bills, then he can stay out there because I got daddy government.
True. That's how a lot of women seem to think about it.
If he can't add nothing to my life, and, adding to my life is not 50-50. Now, all of a sudden, going 50-50 with somebody makes sense.
Welcome back to another episode of A Day in the Life of a 23-year-old that is unemployed and facing eviction. This is my...
Why are you making videos like so happy and perky about getting evicted?
outfit today. I'm trying to figure out what kind of a jacket I'm going to put on with it. I'm going to head down to the plasma place. It's my donation time, and we're going to get my money, okay? I think this time I'm supposed to get $70, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go down to the DSS and tell them I might get kicked out of my house and see if they can do something to help me with that. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. So first stop, plasma place. So
not even go to work or do anything to fix my situation. No, we're gonna go do the least amount of work possible to try to get money.
I got to the plasma place. The line was not long.
And I'm not trying to dog on people that like donating plasma and stuff like that. I'm not trying to, but if that's like when you're in such a financial bind and that's the only thing you can think of, it's called use your hands to do something.
On my vitals, everything was good. I go to lay down. They put the needle in my arm. They start taking my plasma. Okay. And around this time, this is when I knew I fucked up. Okay. I started to see stars. Mind you now, I'm sitting down. My legs and my feet start tingling. I start getting dizzy. This is when I knew I fucked up. Yeah. So after your girl passes out in there for the second time, they gave me some snacks and some electrolytes to kind of bring everything back down. And then I got into my car and I still was like, nah, like I'm literally about to be a goner. So I had to take a nap in my car in the parking lot. This is it. This is my last time coming here. Clearly, this is not something that is for me. Like I need the money. But again, like I need to be alive to
can't even
the money.
donate
okay,
plasma.
So I had to get very
too
comfortable
hard
and
for
take
her.
a little nap in my car. Also, I did not make it to the DSS place because I barely could make it home, baby. I couldn't even record. I had to go home and go to sleep. I was done for the rest of the day. Nobody saw me after that. So I would give donating your plasma a 0 out of 10, baby. Don't do that.
Now, all of a sudden, the ratio of you paying half the bills while the other person is paying half the bills and two heads coming together is being better than one. All of a sudden, that makes sense now.
Yep.
But you constantly have these women, I could do better by myself. I'm a leader.
And then this is why a lot of men are not going to deal with it. Because men saw all of this. And then them just flipping the switch all of a sudden because winter came and it's freezing out there. Most men are just going to be in their nice warm apartments and homes, just looking down on women and just, women.
Your relationship and you're going to have to figure it out. I'm going to do me, so you do you. Then what?
Mm-hmm.
Now they're seeing.
Man, let me tell you something. There is really no greater red flag than entering a relationship with a woman who has a child, and yet she is still claiming that she will not go 50-50 with you. This attitude absolutely will speak to her behavior and to her morals.
True.
That is completely selfish.
Mm-hmm.
She will come into a relationship with a child and still expect you to do everything.
Yep.
Run for the hills.
I have to say it again. Winter has come. And now these women who did not prioritize, relationships, did not prioritize trying to be on a man's page.
right? We're getting closer to that 2030 study. Morgan Stanley
did not prioritize, trying to get into relationships again so they can have camaraderie within their household of building something, and the two of them working together are now going to be forced to figure situations out. Why would it have to wait to come to this? It's sad. I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts.
No, I mean, in my comment section, we hear it. I see it all the time. Winter's coming. Winter's coming. I even say winter's here because economy's bad. Everybody's struggling. When everybody's struggling, the worst people that have to struggle is usually women because there's less jobs when it comes to a struggling economy. All of the more cushier jobs, the more office type jobs aren't necessary as much. The more labor intensive jobs are still just as necessary. So I feel a lot more women are getting laid off, especially from their cushy positions. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.